Yeah.
That's how we take the trousers length, okay, from the waistband. We normally develop it into two parts instead of measuring like this because those are wrong. Trust me. Okay. Normally we measure the upper part like this. Okay. But what I do would be, because the customer is wearing the trousers, there will be a curve here, right? Mainly on the hips part. So what I do would be, I pull a little bit up to following the curve of the trousers for the upper part length. So I stop here. It will be slightly longer. You can see this will be slightly longer, but 14 here, and then up until the nape. So I will say it's 39 1/4.
And measure like this.
But if we are measuring like this, it depends how you pull the trousers. You know how you pull the tape as well. Will be sometimes shorter. Some customers they're measuring like this, then the trouser setting will be longer. But what we recommend would be, okay, rip it into two parts, pull a little bit on the upper part, down up to there, 39 1/4. Okay. Trousers waist. We assume the customers buckle it up, right? So the way I measure from the edge of the buckle, okay, so like this, tape, and then I just do a round up to the other side of the buckle. It's pretty sharp. Some customers measuring in this way as well, so it depends what you feel, but I don't think this is really exact way to measure it, because you know there's curving up and
That one is better.
Yeah, so we measure it that way, and then what we need,
The inseam.
if you have a sample trousers, I recommend you take the U-cord measurement, okay, instead of an inseam. That's how we take the front crotch, okay, from the joint there up to here. So I will say 10 3/4, okay. And now we're doing the back crotch. Okay, same way to do it. 18.
Okay.
If you want to, you can take the inseam as well. But I will say,
Well, inseam normally from where you measure? Is it from the stitch or from the?
if we are having a
Is it this
finished
or this?
trousers, here for sure.
For hair.
Here for sure.
Talk to the ladies. I don't know. He already sent the material.
So we'll say around 29. But what I recommend would be, if you are having trousers like this, measure the front and back crotch. It's more like
Accurate.
yes, you got me. And then the next things
Thigh.
we need to measure. We leave the thigh at the end, okay? Trust me. We measure the bottom.
This one is okay, no?
Bottom.
Yeah.
9.5. And the lead we measure 1 inches from the
Yeah.
bottom, okay?
I need this one
over.
trolley.
Maybe I do
Yeah.
the other. Okay. It's much more easy. 1
trolley.
inches. So around 1 inches
You know, but this Sunita,
Up to the-
Sunita took 2 of them, right?
on the
Okay.
crotch. This would be how we measure the lead. 20.
There's only 2 here. I'm taking
Why
1.
I'm keep saying try not to give us the finished tie, because
Yeah, so I need 1 more.
actually we need to understand that nowadays
Yeah.
every customers they want taper tie, right? They're complaining the tie too
Wide.
wide and too baggy here. But we need to understand how we cut the tie smaller. Tie is this
But
area.
you don't have any.
Okay.
No, in
We are in male suiting business. We
But
are
then
not
what
in
about-
jeans, or we are not in ladies
left
jeans.
already.
You can't cut the hips like this, and then because we need to reduce the tie, we make a U here and then up until the lip. Those had to be straight. So what I mean to say is that if the customers want taper tied, we can do it in 3 ways. Okay, first we make the lead small. Okay, so that we can make the tie smaller, right? Because the tie would be from hips, draw a 9 up to the lead. Okay, if you're measuring a taper
Yeah, I
tie,
need hand trolley.
the other way we can do it would be we cut
Yes, I
the
can
back
take home,
cord. The back cord we just measure.
With the
We cut the back cord slightly smaller, So this part of the material we are taking in a little bit. So the tie would be slightly smaller. The last way we
No,
can
but
do it
I'm
would
going home
be
now, right?
for no pleat trousers. Normally, are you doing USA market?
Yeah, no pleats. Always
For
no
no
pleats.
pleat trousers, USA market,
You go
normally
home
we
and
give 2
see
inches
what's there
allowance.
first.
You give grace of 2 inches on the hips.
For the hips, and then we plus 2 inches for no pleat selects always. If not, the customers can't even
Put the
a-
mobile or wallet
yeah,
in the pockets.
whatever on
And
the
for thighs,
pockets.
how much you give grace?
That's what I'm saying. We give allowance on hips around 2 inches, and then we follow the exact need measurement you gave us. Okay. After cutting the U-cord, that would be the thigh measurements. So no one give allowance based on thigh. Okay. We always give allowance based on hips
And knee.
then we balance to the need. You got me. That's why. And we need to understand one more thing. No pleat trousers, we give around 2 inches allowance. What about 2 piece?
Okay, so when you leave,
2 piece
you
legs,
call me.
there will be more allowance on the hips, right? Because there's hips here, front hip is bigger. Then the thigh will be bigger. Because there's more material here, right? So this part thigh area will be bigger. So you tell me, one customer's same body measurements, same lead measurements, same body hips measurements, making 2 type of trousers at the same time, 2 styles. One would be no pleat, one would be 2 piece.
The thigh will be bigger.
Yes, the thigh measurement would be different as well for the same orders. So there would be no exact how many allowance we give on thigh. That's what I'm keep saying. Thigh measurement only for weapons. But we as a tailor, after cutting trousers, we will absolutely keeping the finished hips measurement, how many allowance we are giving, front hips, back hips, front thigh, back thigh, lead, and cuff measurement as well. So we keep full measurement. So let's say in the future, we repeat customers, the customer is saying the thigh area is a little bit too baggy, I want to reduce half inches. So what I will do instead, I reduce a little bit on the back hips, I reduce a little bit on the back cord, then we can still half inches on the thigh without touching the lead. But if the customer is saying that no, I want 1.5 inches, reduce 1.5 inches on thigh, but without changing any measurements, there's no way we can do it.
Okay, I got it.
Yep. So anything else you want to know?
I think I'm okay. You gave a good description.
Yeah.